Hey guys, Ron Cecil here, men's life coach, helping men in relationships and in recovery. I'm here today because I'm continuing another video in my 11-part series on what makes a nice guy a nice guy. And today's topic is not exclusive to nice guys. In fact, I would say of all the traits that nice guys carry, this one is the most universal. So please listen up. What I'm talking about today is our inability to process our emotions or feel our feelings. You may hear an individual say, I'm not a feelings guy, or I'm not an emotions guy. But if a guy says that and then gets quite angry or quite excited at a game or something, obviously that's not the case. What he's really saying is, I don't want to be vulnerable and I don't want to tell people how I really feel, unless it's in these particular situations. So what's the dangers of not feeling your feelings and repressing your emotions? And here's the big danger, and I really want you to get this, is you will not have access to the success, to the amount of love, and to the amount of enjoyment of your life unless you feel safe doing so. In order to do any one of those things, you need to feel the depths of your feeling. In order to start that, you need to process feelings from the past. What this often looks like is acknowledging that some things in your life haven't worked out, or that some things are quite sad. You're disappointed. You're afraid. You feel like you didn't get a fair shake. Those may all be true. And if a lot of those bad things happened to you as a child, it's important that you understand that those things were not your fault at all. But they are your responsibility now. And now that you are seeing the results of those things that happened to you as a child, you have to acknowledge them by saying, this makes me sad. You may need to cry. You may need to be angry, you may need to shout. But now that you know that those things have happened and you've expressed those feelings, it is your responsibility to deal with it. Now, what are a couple ways that you can start to process your feelings? Well, obviously, go get a coach, go get a therapist, join a men's group, find some kind of ritual that is designed specifically with dealing with your emotions. I've been to some of these rituals. Some of them involve psychedelics, some of them don't. There are pros and cons to both. Well, I do want to say this. There is no silver bullet. There are a million ways to skin a cat, and you do need to find as many ways that work for you as possible. It's not a one and done process. Really what it's like is learning how to process your emotions and then continuing to process your emotions for as long as you will have need. And the fact of the matter is, as long as you are a human being on earth, you're going to face problems, you're going to face difficulties, you're going to face issues in your life that are challenging and not comfortable. And every time you do that, you need to process that emotion. I also want to state that sometimes we don't allow ourselves to feel good. This is also a version of not processing an emotion. How do we do this? We do this by remaining quiet when we want to laugh. We do this when we remain still when we want to shout for joy, when we want to let our body move in excitement. So start to notice when you want to feel the good feelings or the bad feelings, the depths of them, the high highs, the low lows, and allow yourself ever so gently, in a safe place and with a safe person, to express what you think needs to happen. There is no right way of doing it. There is only the practice of doing it. And the practice requires time and repetition and consistency. If you know that you have some repressed feelings in your life that need to be dealt with, then I highly encourage you to reach out to someone for help. My name is Ron Cecil. I am a certified life coach. I help men deal with their repressed emotions, their guilt and shame from the past all the time. And it is my gift and joy to get to help these men find the truest sense of who they are and move through those emotions so that they can reach their goals and enjoyment and the best that their life and their relationships have for them. If you want to know more about that, please click the link below. Take the quiz on seeing all the elements that you might be suffering from in nice guy syndrome. If you are looking for an introductory coaching session, you can click that link below as well. It's only $60 for an hour with me where we can paint a real roadmap for your life and get you to understand the next steps in your life in order for you to reach your goal and to become the person that you've always known you're capable of being. Until then, everybody, grace and peace.